Alright guys, I'm going to go over a quick review on how to make a histogram in Excel and what a histogram is. So here we have a sample data set from one of the classes. And so plant number doesn't matter. What matters is the data for the number of trichomes. So here I have it sorted in numerical order from the smallest to largest. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy this data. I'm going to put it into an Excel document, a desktop Excel document. Right? So bring it over here and paste it in. So now I have the number of trichomes 2 centimeters above the first node at day 21. That's where we were in the beginning. Now the first thing you need is when you go to data, you need to make sure you have the data analysis toolpak. All right, so it's right here. If you do not have that, you have to go to File, More, Options. You go down here to Add-ins, and then you'll see down here in Inactive Applications, it'll have the Analysis Toolpak. And so really what you're going to want to do is click on it, and then click down here on Go, where it says Manage Add-ins. And it'll give you the option. You'll see I already have it checked, because I already have it. You'll have to check it, click OK, and next thing you know, it'll pop up here under Data. So that's going to be important because this is how we're going to make our histogram. You can do it without this, but this is pretty much a shortcut. All right, so a histogram is essentially a visual graph of the data and how many of each occurrence fit into different what we call bins. All right, so for instance, imagine I had all of these plants and I picked all of these plants out, and all the ones that had 0 trichomes we put into a bin, into literally a pot. And then, I could decide I could put all the 2 plants into a pot and all the plants with 3 into a pot. Now, that would create some issues in our example because we'd have a lot of pots with only 1. And so what we can do is we can make pots that give a range. And so we could say we have all the ones that have 0 trichomes, all the ones that have up to 5, up to 10, or you could do it by 2s, or you could do it by 10s. Right? Looking at this data, I would do it probably a 0 pot. Obviously, there's a lot of plants with none. And then I would probably do it by 5s, because everything up to 5, everything up to 10, everything up to 15, up to 20, up to 25. So I have to make those bins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, I'm going to type in my bins, and I'm going to say I have a 0 bin, an up to 5 bin, up to 10, up to 15, up to 20, and you get the idea. Now, you'll see, as I go through, I'm going to get to 55, and I'm actually going to stop at 55, and you might say, well, my data goes above 55. If you stop there, they will automatically make a bin for anything above your highest number. And so I could go to 60, but I'm going to go ahead and go to 55, and then the 59 and the 74 are going to be in the above, or the more is what they call it. So now I have a set of data, and I have the bins I want to put the data into. Now you guys could go ahead and count it. So you could count it up and say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 24. So you could say I have 24 plants that go in here. Right? But the data analysis toolpak will do that work for you when you have large sets of data like this. So what I'm going to do, click on data analysis, click on histogram, click OK. Pops up one of these boxes. So I want to make my input range for the histogram all of my data that I would like to put into bins. So I go to here, press enter. So now that's my input range. Then it wants the bin range. That's the bins I'd like to put it in. Well, I'd like to put it in 0 to 55. And I'll press enter. And then my output range is where I want to put my new table. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to put my new table right here, just so that it's to the right. All right. Now once I'm here, I can click OK. And when I click OK, you will see that 24 that we had is in fact correct. And then there's 8 that go from 1 to 5. And there's 6 that go from 6 to 10. And so on and so forth. growth. And then we have our more button down here. More than 55 are 2, which makes sense because there's 2 that are more than 55. All right, now once we have this, we can go ahead and graph it. And so best way to graph things, in my opinion, is to highlight your data, go to insert, and look for recommended charts. Now, it likes a line graph here because you have the two things against each other, but we're not going to do a line graph or a scatter plot, as it were, because these are individual occurrences. They're not connected by time, which is usually what you see in a scatter plot. And so I'm going to go down here to a frequency, right, to the clustered column. And what you can see in this clustered column as I insert it is, here's the 0 bin and a graphical image of how many are in the 0 bin and the 5 and the 10. And so for our data, we can see that there is a lot down here at the low trichome density, and there's fewer up here at the high trichome density, which is nice because we're trying to select directionally. So we're going to try and directionally select to get more data over here by taking just these top 15% of plants and cross-pollinating. And then in our second generation, we'll do the same thing at day 21, and we'll be able to look and see if this histogram has changed in our distribution. So that's how we do the histograms using Excel.